Welcome to Auto Foresight YouTube channel. For most of its recent history, Jaguar competed in a crowded space. Premium sedans, practical SUVs, reasonable price points, and it never quite broke through the noise. That version of Jaguar is gone. What arrives in its place is something far more deliberate and far more expensive. The Jaguar Type 00 is not a successor to the XF or the F-Pace. It is closer in intention to a Bentley Continental than anything the brand has previously built. And the question worth sitting with, the one this video will come back to, is whether this kind of reinvention can actually work, or whether the market that Jaguar is targeting already has everything it needs. That answer starts with a platform. The Type 00 marks Jaguar's exit from volume competition. The brand has made clear that its new position is ultra-exclusive, high-luxury electric, targeting buyers who currently consider Bentley, Porsche Taycan, and high-specification GT machinery. This is not a repositioning within the same segment. It is a change of segment entirely. Pricing has not been officially confirmed, but multiple reports place the starting figure above $130,000. That puts it alongside the Porsche Taycan Turbo S, the Audi e-tron GT RS, the Polestar 5, and within range of entry-level Bentley Continental GT territory. These are not brands Jaguar has historically competed against directly. The Type 00 is the first vehicle built on the Jaguar Electric Architecture, a clean-sheet 800-volt platform developed entirely for this new direction. There is no carryover from previous Jaguar models. That decision, and what it enables, is worth understanding. The Jaguar Electric Architecture makes a specific claim possible: cab backward proportions, without a combustion engine dictating the front overhang. The Type 00 can place the cabin rearward in a way that traditionally required a large displacement engine to justify the silhouette. The result is a GT shape that references classic Jaguar long bonnet proportions, without the engine that originally created them. That platform choice is what this video kept returning to earlier. And now the reason is clear. The architecture is not just a technical foundation. It is the visual argument for the entire car. On powertrain, early information consistently reports a tri-motor all-wheel drive setup targeting 1,000 horsepower, approximately 750 kilowatts. Official output figures have not yet been confirmed by Jaguar, but multiple reputable sources report this target consistently. Range figures are more specific. Reports cite 430 miles under EPA testing and 478 miles under WLTP. If these figures are accurate at production, they place the Type 00 among the longest-range electric vehicles in the luxury GT segment. The 800-volt architecture also enables rapid charging. Early information suggests 200 miles of range can be added in approximately 15 minutes. Battery capacity is reported at between 100 and 120 kilowatt-hours, using nickel-manganese-cobalt lithium-ion chemistry. The 800-volt system is not just about charging speed. At this output level, thermal management during repeated high-performance use becomes a genuine engineering challenge. Official detail on how Jaguar addresses this has not yet been released. The exterior makes a deliberate choice to function as a sculptural object rather than a traditional car. The most discussed element is the glassless tailgate, a rear window delete that removes conventional rear visibility entirely in favor of architectural continuity. In its place, a 360-degree camera system handles rear sight lines, with digital displays replacing physical mirrors. Digital rear-view systems are not new to the segment, but their performance in varied light conditions, bright sunlight, low-contrast environments, rain, is an ongoing discussion across the industry. How the Type 00's implementation handles these conditions in real-world use remains to be assessed. The front and rear lighting signatures use what Jaguar describes as a strike-through design, a continuous horizontal light element that reads as a graphic line rather than a conventional lamp cluster. Combined with the cab-backward stance, the exterior language is intended to signal a design-first brand, not a specification-first one. Inside, the cabin is structured around what Jaguar calls a brass spine, a material element that runs between driver and passenger creating a sense of individual space rather than a shared bench. Materials include brass and travertine. The display setup consists of dual foldable 4K screens. The configuration prioritizes a 2-passenger GT experience. Rear accommodation is present in the production 4-door version, but is not the primary design emphasis. Jaguar describes the aesthetic direction as exuberant modernism, a deliberate move away from retro heritage cues toward a forward-looking visual language. Whether that language connects with buyers who previously appreciated Jaguar's more traditional design DNA is one of the more interesting open questions around the brand. Technical detail on driver assistance systems and infotainment software has not yet been officially released. What Jaguar has communicated is the intent, a technology experience positioned at the level of the cabin materials and the pricing. Given the segment this car is entering, the expectation is a fully developed suite of driver aids and a software platform designed around the luxury experience rather than retrofitted from a volume product. The dual foldable 4K screens represent the primary interface. The exact software architecture, whether proprietary, Android automotive-based, or another framework, has not been confirmed. For a brand rebuilding its identity around design and exclusivity, the technology layer will need to carry weight alongside the materials. A brass and travertine interior with a mid-range software experience would be a difficult combination to justify at this price point. That tension is worth watching when the production car arrives. Orders for the Jaguar Type 00 are reported to open in 2026. Production is expected to follow in 2027. Verification prototypes are currently testing in Warwickshire with minimal camouflage, suggesting the development timeline is progressing. Pricing has not been officially confirmed. Multiple reports place the figure above $130,000. Market availability, which regions will receive the car at launch and which will follow, has not yet been detailed by Jaguar. What is confirmed is that this is not a global volume product. The brand's repositioning explicitly targets high-net-worth buyers seeking exclusivity rather than broad market coverage. How that translates into production volumes and geographic priorities is still to be announced. The Type 00 is not really a car story. It is a brand story. Jaguar is making a bet that is genuinely rare in the automotive industry. A volume-era brand attempting to migrate upward into ultra-luxury in a single generation. Most brands that sit between premium and luxury stay there. Moving up requires buyers in a new segment to trust a name that their current reference point, Bentley, Aston Martin, the upper tier of Porsche, has established over decades. The architecture is credible. The specifications, if they hold, are competitive. The design is distinctive enough to generate conversation. But the question the industry will be watching is not whether the car is good. It is whether the name on the badge carries enough weight in a segment where the badge is half the purchase. That is a question that no specification answers, which makes the Type 00 one of the more interesting things to follow over the next 2 years. What is your read on this direction? Does the repositioning make sense? Or is this a brand trying to leave behind the buyers who actually know it? Drop in the comments. If you follow upcoming models and industry shifts like this, Auto Foresight covers them regularly.